Today I'm going to show you guys how to purchase all of the parts you need to create a cheap yet effective personal computer. So first off, we're going to go ahead and look at CPUs because I like to build my computers around the CPU instead of the motherboard. So let's get right into that. Alrighty, so first off, we're going to go ahead and find a Core i3 CPU. Core i3 12th Gen. It's a good, cheap CPU if you get something like this right here. Let's see, Amazon.com, that's where we're going to be buying our parts. For $92.99, you can get a Intel Core i3 12th Gen desktop processor. And it can support DDR5, DDR4. So it's a pretty good CPU for the price. In order to figure out which motherboard we want, we're going to look at the CPU socket. And this one for the i3 is going to be LGA 1700. So that's 1700 pins socket. So we're going to go ahead and just look up cheap LGA 1700 motherboard. And we got some options here. I personally enjoy this motherboard right here. It's 80 bucks. And that's the one I'm actually using right now. So we're gonna click on that. It's even got an M.2 slot, so you can definitely have some options for upgrading and whatnot. It is micro ATX. Doesn't really matter though. It still functions the same as any size form factor. Alrighty, so to find the RAM, obviously we gotta look at this right here. On the motherboard, it requires DDR4 RAM. So in order to find some DDR4 RAM, I'm just gonna search on Amazon here. DDR4. Let's just go with 16 gigabytes. That's a pretty basic amount, and it works for just about everything. So with that, we can do. There's Crucial. That's what I got. It's like that's pretty basic with micro ATX. We also want to make sure we don't have too much extra, like the plastic that comes on these pieces of RAM. This right here is pretty basic. It's got pretty much everything you really need. And for 16 gigs, you can get that for $28.99. So after that, I like to try and find the fan, or like a CPU cooler of some sort. Alright, now we're gonna try and find a CPU fan. So I'm just gonna look up cheap LGA 1700 CPU fan. Liquid cooling is gonna be more expensive, so I'm not rolling with that today. We also don't want to get something that's so low quality that it's like 18 bucks. I'd probably go with the Cooler Master right here for on discount 45 bucks. Now we're gonna look for some cheap storage solutions in terms of an M.2. If you would like an M.2, this one right here is what I've got, and it runs well. This is what I put my operating system on. And in terms of other storage, we're gonna just go with some SSDs. Kingston is a pretty good choice. So let's just say we get one of these. Obviously you can get more if you want more, but we're just gonna say one M.2 and one SATA. Now for the fun part. I saved the best for last, and that is a GPU. So we're gonna look up. Let's look up some options. So a cheap GPU, and it looks like we can get a decent GTX 1650 for pretty cheap, actually. Alrighty, so now the one thing we left off or left out would be a PSU. So I'm gonna go ahead and say a cheap PSU. Here's a 500 watt power supply, which should work with what we have. All we really need is a 500 watt power supply. I wouldn't go down to 450. I personally would go a little higher than 550 just for like upgrade purposes. But if this is just where you're sitting at, for our current build, this is all you really need. So if you purchase Windows 11, it's gonna be pretty expensive, $139. But you can just get like Windows 10 for free, which I will show you how to do real quick. Windows 10. Windows 10. So you can do this. You can get a Windows 10 installation media. So basically you're going to want to get a thumb drive with 8 gigabytes minimum of storage space. And this device cannot have anything else on it. It will only have the operating system, and it will be reformatted to the operating system. This version of Windows 10 will have a watermark basically telling you to upgrade. And it'll show through things. Even in-game I can see it and whatnot, but it doesn't really bother me. It's free, and like it's a full operating system. You don't really need anything more. But yeah, so that's how you do that. Alrighty guys, now that we've got that taken care of, the price calculator says about $507 for the whole build. If you add a case into it, it'll be about $550 total. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up down below, and if you enjoyed the video quite a bit and want to see some more, please subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I'll be releasing some more soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.